kids. I mean, talking about the ages of 1 to 2 or 3, or even 4, if you like. And creche is actually known as a daycare or nursery school, and it can be a valuable investment for young children's development. But whether it is a waste of money or a good learning foundation, it depends on certain factors. Well, in recent times, a number of parents, young parents, have actually expressed, their reservations with regards to how expensive it is. I mean, especially for career parents. When I say career parents, now I mean a situation whereby the husband is working, the wife is working, or the wife isn't a businesswoman, or the man is also a businesswoman, and your business actually, entails you traveling almost every now and then, and going around, traveling about with your kids or children might not really be, a good deal for you at the end of the day. Talking about the risks, talking about, some of the implications that would come, with you traveling with children, especially at such an early age. Now, so that some of these creche schools, or schools that actually have provision for creche, they are doing too much. Maybe the fees are too high, right? Others would say that, come on, I want to catch them young. I want my child to be as smart as possible. So I want them to start learning, basic things about, education, even at the age of 2, because somehow in other climes, you see kids at the age of 2, they have some sense of understanding. Like when you say something, they can easily understand what you're saying. Some even try to speak. So is that really a case of the children being unusually intelligent, or what? After all, they say that it's different strokes for different folks, and that also applies to children. There are children who would start talking, or learning how to talk as early as maybe a year and 7 months or thereabout. So for some others, it's 2 years, and it goes on and on like that. So now the millennials, talking about our parents, for those who were born in the early 90s, those who were born in the late 80s or mid 80s, of course that your parents did not really take you to creche schools, or daycare. It's more like they take it upon themselves to groom you at home. As you're resuming school, you're starting off with the nursery school, not the daycare or creche as it is, or as it were. So for our parents back then, they would save of money. Some mothers would even take it upon themselves to say that whatever business it is that I'm doing, whatever job it is that I'm doing, I should just take a break. I should bond with my child very well, groom the child very well, so that when this child is at least maybe 2, 3 or 4 years old, you can just send the child, to school, and the child is expected to start off, at the nursery level. So when you compare what our parents did, especially our mothers back then, to what is obtainable now, does it really make any sense to send your child at the age of 2? Some would even take them to this creche, facilities as early as a year and 6 months, because of their busy schedule, and they'll tell you that, come on, life goes on. The fact that I just gave birth does not mean that my life will just have to pause because I just gave birth. Well, different strokes for different folks. Now let's quickly take a look at some of the benefits of you sending your child to a creche facility. You talk about socialization. Now these creche facilities, they have a way of providing opportunities for your child or children, as it were, to interact with peers, developing essential social skills. Now, if you have a child that, I think as a mother, it's easy for you to tell if your child is going to be too reserved or not. You can, look at some of those signs, right? There are indications from a child who's still very young, as early as 2, 3, 4. I think you can actually if this child is going to be a very shy person, if this child is going to suffer, what's it called now, pressure from peer, because if you are the kind of parents that parent rather that is actually open to accommodating or receiving people. I mean, you have friends who also have kids, they come around maybe weekends and what have you, and your child, refuses to play with their own children. It's like a signal, and it's something you should not take for granted. You should take it seriously. Try to understand why your child would always want to keep to his or herself even at an early age. So somehow when you take your child to these creche facilities, they just have a way, especially the caregivers there, they have a way of ensuring that your child interacts with other children right there in that facility. And whether you like it or not, the progress might be significant or insignificant, but your child is definitely going to adopt some social skills, and that is definitely going to help that child growing up. You also talk about early childhood education. A good crèche offers a structured learning environment, laying the foundation for future academic success. I mean, there's really no age, to start learning, if you ask me, because a child who is as little as, a year old or a year and 6 months, there are certain, signs that you can actually make, and the child will get sense and subsequently would understand. You don't even have to shout. When you just point your hands or your finger at a direction, they definitely will look towards that direction. They are also learning. So it brings about some childhood education. And cognitive development, it can help to stimulate the child's cognitive growth through play-based activities like puzzles and games, and all of that. I like the fact that these caregivers or teachers, across these facilities, not just in Nigeria but somewhat across the world, they usually would employ this or deploy this play with method, in a bid to stimulate children's cognitive growth, all right, by way of helping them, play games and even puzzles. And it's really, really a mind-blowing, experience for real. If you are a caregiver or you work, within that space, you'd actually agree that it can be very hectic, but the fact that these children will reduce it to their standard, like you have to think like a baby just to deal with these babies, honestly. So it's a sweet experience, I must confess. I mean, I've never been there, but I've seen videos, I've heard, testimonies of people who work within that space. You also talk about emotional intelligence. Now, a crèche facility would help your child develop emotional intelligence by teaching them how to express, how to manage, and also regulate their emotions. And also basically preparing them for formal education, because from crèche it's expected that they will now metamorphose into nursery school, from nursery school to primary school, from primary school to secondary school, and what have you. So it can actually ease the transition to formals, helping the child adapt a structured environment. Okay, so having said all of that, I know some parents would be like, come on, Omoife, let's be realistic. Now I definitely will share with you the reason why we're having this conversation in a bit, but let's take a look at some of the potential drawbacks, that actually comes with you sending your child or your children to a daycare facility or crèche facility, if you like. You talk about the cost. Now, crèche fees can be very expensive. I mean, I started this conversation on this note that the fees can be very expensive, especially for a toddler. You are made to pay. I mean, for people who can afford it, it's no big deal. For those who cannot afford it, but they just want to make sure that, they are free enough to go about other activities, as it were. So for some of them, they would have to pay through their nose. So it's really, really expensive, especially for the high quality, facilities or places where they have, crèche facilities. I mean, there are private schools in Nigeria, and when you hear how much people pay for their children in primary school or even nursery school, you'll be amazed. You now begin to wonder, if you can charge a child in nursery school this amount of money, if you can charge a child in primary school this amount of money, if you can charge a child with this amount of money in secondary school, how much are you going to charge my toddler want to be part of your crèche facility or daycare? you think about these things. Of course, the price or prices, it actually it varies. It all depends on what you want. If you want standard, learning for your child, you might want to go for the best. But learning is learning. I think sometimes it's basically about the packaging. All right. And then you also talk about the quality variance. Now, the quality of care and education can actually vary significantly between creches. Now, there are some, creche facilities. I mean, we've seen videos also, that actually would further buttress the point I'm trying to make, that some of the caregivers there, they are so mean, like they are not professionals, and sometimes they would want to abuse your child. So somehow, maybe if you go to where they have this high quality, creche facilities, you might have to pay more. But the fact that you're paying more, the implication will be that there's going to be close monitoring. Your child or your ward is going to be closely monitored, and the caregiver, whose responsibility would be to take care of your child, will be closely monitored. I mean, these are some of the things. You also talk about the health risks. A creche facility can be a breeding ground for illnesses, especially if hygiene standards are not maintained. And then you talk about separation anxiety. Some children may experience separation anxiety when left at a creche facility. So these are the things we're talking about. But if you discover, or if you observe that come around your child, they really don't want people to carry them, or when they see people, they just get anxious, they get scared. I think that's just a sign for you to now be heavy on ensuring that your child gets to associate with other kids or other people, so that it will not affect the child in the long run, and it will not also end up affecting you as a parent, be it a mother or a father. Because if you don't take your child to creche facility, don't take your child to daycare, you want it to start from nursery school. The truth is, the very first day that you're going to take them there, they're still going to cry, and you'll be so worried, you'll be so concerned, should I leave this child here, or I should take this child with me? But at the end of the day, that child would need to grow up. So, ladies and gentlemen, a creche can be a valuable investment for young children's development, but it is essential, it is very important to choose a reputable institution, and most importantly, maintain open communication to ensure a good learning foundation for your kid. I know some parents will say that, these kids, when you take them to these creche facilities, the only thing they do there is eat, play and sleep. But at the end of the day, if you are a working class mom, you're like a 9-to-5 mom, come on, you'd have enough time to focus on your career or whatever it is that you're doing. And they say nothing good comes easy. So the question I'm asking on the no gray area today would be the fact that is creche waste of money or good learning foundation for kids? Yes. Creche, is it a waste of money? You might want to call it a daycare facility. Is it a waste of money or good learning foundation for kids? Whether we like it or not, at the daycare level or creche, they get to teach your kid, your toddler, how to at least read the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and what have you, and also teach them how to maybe recite 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those basic things that they actually need to kickstart their learning foundation. So is it a waste of money for you, or it is a good learning foundation for kids? Is it something you'd like to do when you eventually have your kids? And if you are a parent, would you advise, maybe you're doing it and it's working for you, what would your advice be to other parents? Should they adopt this style or not? Well, call in on 09087668888 or 09073530044. You can send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal on 09097054450. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon, Mark. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Is this Coco?
Yes. Hi. So you are confident with my voice.
Oh yes.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. You didn't go to work today, I guess.
I resumed this morning. I missed you this morning with surprise.
Oh yeah, I just I needed to rest my head after we talked about the importance of sleep on Monday, so I needed to sleep for a bit before coming to the office. But I'll be here tomorrow morning, bright and early.
Okay.
Right. Thank you.
All right. For what you asked, it's not a waste of money. Understand?
Yes.
But the only thing is that we human beings, we always take advantage of things. Normally, the essence of that creation of the creche and other take a pre-nursery in quotes was for all these maybe a government worker, people that is working, maybe after your 3 months of maternity leave, you have to resume. Then instead of that child to distract you from the office, understand, you can easily take the child to daycare so that you can concentrate. But trust Nigerians now, as they see that okay, this option, people have been patronized. They start taking the finance up. You understand?
Right.
So you can see now the end now is defeated. It is not necessary that you that is maybe a housewife or you are doing a business of your own. So it is compulsory or necessary for you to take your child to that place. It's only for people who are engaged in white collar job or like our military women here. That also our women soldiers. You can't be on your camel and you are carrying baby up and down in the office. So those fighting for those kind of people. But the people that have this establishment, they now take advantage of adding price much.
Okay. So
Then
are you a parent, Coco?
Yes, by his grace. You know why I'm saying this? I was first working with school.
Okay.
I worked in private school in Kwarimpa for some years, so I know about it.
Okay.
So, but talk less of in terms of learning. A child of 1 year, what will he really learn? Plenty of them, they will just come just to cry, eat. You bath them, change their clothes, change their diapers, they will sleep all through.
Yeah.
What are they really learn? So I think that's our time. Before you go to school, you must know how to learn, read count 1 to 100 from the house. Read ABC to Z before. So as at that time, you are already. That's why primary school have to take you 6 years. Because when you have to be 6 years before you enter primary school, person like me, I didn't go nursery school. I started primary school.
Okay.
So after your 6 years, you can speak. You can count from 1 to 100 from ABC to Z. So before you finish your primary school, you become 12 years. Understand?
Okay.
You finish your secondary school. That is how it was before.
Okay. I mean, I'm glad to hear or to even know that you are a parent. So your child or your children, as it were, did you send them to daycare or creche, before nursery school?
No, my son. My son started from nursery 1, but he didn't start from daycare. We have daycare, we have kindergarten, we now have pre-nursery before nursery 1.
Oh, okay.
So like my daughter starts at the age of 3.
Okay.
So he didn't start from the creche.
Okay.
But my son started from nursery.
But why is that? Was it because of the cost implication that you didn't send them to creche or
why I didn't start from creche? As I told you, my wife was free to take care of them, so he's not necessarily need that.
So if your wife was working at the time, you would have to send them to daycare or creche, right?
Just because you don't have any option.
You don't mind the cost implication.
Well, what could you do? Because your work is at stake.
All right.
Understand?
Okay.
So that was it.
All right. Thank you very much, Coco. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All
right. All right. Okay. Well, is creche a waste of money or good learning foundation for kids? That's the question we're asking. The first caller is saying that it is not a waste of money. All right. It all depends on what works for you. And once again, if your response is going to be a yes, you should be able to back that up, with reason or reasons. And if it's a no, back it up with reasons as well, because people would like to know and also learn. All right. In this More than the entire, looking at the economic reality on ground, as a parent, would you want to send your wards, your children, your kids, to a creche facility, or you just do the most you can at home by way of educating them, teaching them the basics, and then when they are of age, you can just send them to nursery or pre-nursery, as it were. The numbers to call are still 090-8766-8888 or 090-7353-0044. And don't forget that you can send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal on 090-9705-4450. Well, let's hear from this person. Hello, good afternoon to you. Hello. Are you there? Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon to you. What's your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Stella. I'm calling from Dubai.
All right, Stella. Are you a parent or something?
No, I'm not a parent.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on this? Is this something you'd like to do when you eventually start, having your kids, or not?
I will suggest that if I have, like now, I'm a busy person, and then I don't have all the time to start taking the baby, so I'll just enroll the person in this thing.
You don't mind the cost implication?
Not really, no.
Okay, so for you, it is not a waste of money. It's a good learning foundation for the kids, right?
Yeah, because of my neighbor's baby, the woman wants to the child early, and then suddenly before the baby reached age of 2 years, really started talking fluently.
Wow.
Everybody was just surprised.
Okay, but I mean, there are insinuations or that at these facilities the children just go there to eat and sleep. They really don't do much. They're just there to eat and sleep. So for some people, it's a waste of money.
That school does not just eat and they just feed the child. They eat and then other stuff, but at least they don't start thinking that ABC to the child so that they get to.
Well, let me ask you this, no pun intended. Did your parents, did you go through daycare before, entering a nursery, when you were much younger?
No, I did not attend daycare, but I attended the nursery, nursery 1, nursery 2, nursery 3, then primary 1 to 6.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. All right. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you're calling from? I think your baby wants to talk. What's your name again?
My name is Ruth. I'm calling from Lifecam.
All right. How is Lifecam this afternoon, though?
Oh, it's and then, of course, it's very funny as well. So we thank God.
All right. So let's hear from you. What are your thoughts on this?
Okay, yeah, I'm of the opinion that it's very good. As much as we know that it's because of expensive, I feel like it's good because it helps children meet their mouth. For my first child, he started the course at 4 years, at 4 months.
4 months? 4 months?
I was a teacher in the school, and so he had the opportunity to put there. And certainly, after 6 months, when I started doing things, he started working, and then up to now, he can actually, at 4 now, he can read like 7 letter words, he can identify, he can speak, and my other child is taking over from him. So not just send it helps them to identify things and help them to develop their brains. My own disadvantage about all this whole thing is that it's quite pricey. Imagine paying 450.
Oh, I don't know. The network reception is really very poor. Is it possible for you to call back? Because I am particularly interested in your submission this afternoon. Please call back. All right. All right. Thank you very, very much. Okay. Well, if you say that sending your child or your children and to it's not a waste of money. I'd like to know your reasons, honestly. And if you think that it's a good learning foundation for kids, please help me get sense as well. And also to the listener out there, who's probably wondering, honestly, the significance of you sending your child to a daycare facility, not minding the cost implication, especially looking at the economic reality on ground. Come on, let's hear from you. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Regina. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. So are you a mother or?
I'm not a mother.
Okay. So is this something you like to do when you eventually start having kids?
Yes, of course. I don't think it's a waste of money.
You don't think it's a waste of money?
It is not.
Do you know some of these facilities will charge you as high as maybe 200, 300, 400, in some cases 500,000?
Yes, I know. If you have the money, I don't think it's a waste of money. And I'm sure if some school collect up to that amount, there should be some school that will collect less, like affordable prices.
Okay, so it's a yes for you. It's not a waste of money.
Not a waste for me. It's not a waste of money. Even my sister brother.
Yes.
Like when my mom gave birth, because my mother, she gave it to her last baby as well 5 years ago.
Oh wow!
So I advised her, and my dad also. They took that boy, was just a year and few months old by then.
But you were already of age at the time, I guess. So why didn't you assist your mom in, teaching your kid brother or your baby brother some of the basics, as opposed to sending the child to a daycare facility? And
I'm also busy.
Oh, okay. All right, Regina, from your voice, you sound like someone who does not want to be stressed at all. Oh, all right, Regina, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution right there. Okay, keep the calls coming in on 090-8766-8888 or 090-7353-0044. You can send a voice note or a WhatsApp message to us on 090-9705-4450. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Ego 102.3.
Yes, that's where you are right now.
Are indeed. Voice of Onyeka Schneider in Kuje.
Oh, all right.
Please don't forget to ask whoever that says it's not a waste of money, how fluently are they speaking their mother tongue?
Okay.
Don't forget to ask that question. It's very, very important. In as much as we are clamoring for children to speak their mother tongue, that should also be added.
Okay.
For me, it's a total waste of money.
Oh.
If my daughter, she says before she started going to school,
okay,
up till now, she cannot communicate very well with. She's about 13 years. She cannot communicate very well with the fellow Igbo people here.
Oh wow! But whose fault is that? Is it the fault of the teachers or?
See, what she told me that the teacher said it should not be, because she was speaking before she started school.
Okay.
I made it the compulsory that she will spend 3 years at home before she started school.
Okay.
But when she started that school, and other children are coming together, if they come back, they will be speaking English. And I speak Igbo. But these children keep on speaking English. You cannot even communicate freely with Igbo now, as I'm talking to you. So it's a waste of money. I want to tell you the truth. It's a waste of money. In as much as we are clamoring for children to speak their mother tongue, but now reverse is the case here. It's a waste of money. Ask them whoever that call, ask them how fluently the children are speaking their language.
All right.
How fluently are they?
All right.
I am at home. I do speak Igbo. I don't speak another language.
Okay.
If I'm talking to Igbo person.
Well, is it too late? Is it too late for your child now to learn how to speak Igbo language? Is it too late?
Getting to 14 years. Well, sometimes they will be ashamed to talk, to put the mouth where we are
putting that mouth
Wow.
so to say.
All right.
So you see the girl I'm talking about now, my daughter, she's speaking Igbo before she went to that school. At the age of 3 years, she's speaking Igbo.
Okay.
Before starting the school.
All right. Thank
When
you very
to
much.
school, the teacher told her, don't speak that language here. It's vernacular. I was to hug the go and look for that teacher. But at the time, my wife told me I should please. I said, how can she tell her to not to speak her mother tongue?
Well,
How? How on earth? Now try to bring out the language. Now them talking about 3 major languages now, or even adding other one to the school, to incorporate to the children,
to teach them
all over.
Right.
Which is very, very important. So please, it's a waste of money. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You just spoke like a typical Nigerian father, would. Mr. Obi Onyeka, thank you so much for your contribution. Okay, Tina just sent us a message on the WhatsApp portal. She says, hi Efe, good afternoon to you, Tina. She says, my kids normally start creche at 4 months due to work. I must say it helps their development. They walk at 7 to 9 months, talk at a year, 2 months, both, and they start singing rhymes and states and capital before 2 years. They hold intelligent conversations from 2 years, and they are very smart and bold. Tina from Lugbe. Well, I'm glad to hear this, and it's good to know that your kids are really doing well, especially I haven't sent them to creche at 4 months old due to your work schedule. Well, this might not also work for other people, so for you it's not a waste of money. Well, thank you so much, Tina, for that contribution. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Yes, what's your name and where you're calling from?
Okay, my name is Godwin. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry for me.
Godwin from where?
Ido.
All right. How is Ido this afternoon?
It's cool. Yeah.
All right.
How are
So
you?
I'm very well, thank you, Godwin. So, are you a father yet?
Yeah, I'm not married, but I have a daughter.
Oh, okay. So let's hear from you. Your daughter, how old is she at the moment?
2 months coming, make it 4 years.
Oh, okay. So at what age did she start nursery school?
3 years. Yeah.
2 years?
3 years. 3 years.
Three. Okay, so
Yeah.
before she clocked 3, did you send her to daycare or maybe creche facility for her to learn?
Not at all.
Why?
Okay, let me start. Say everybody's entitled to his own opinion.
That's right.
His own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's a waste of money. You understand? It's not a waste of money because what I spend in my child is not waste.
Okay.
It's a bad idea. Yeah. For taking your child to a daily care, a child that you need to train on your own. You are taking it to another person to train a child for you. You understand? Even though you are a government worker, if you have a new child, they are giving you a leave. You understand? To take care of your child. So for me, it's just a bad idea because at that moment the child needs your presence as a parent.
All right.
There are some things the child will learn from your hand that they will not teach them there. Even though you are too busy, you can employ like a daily care. He or she will be coming over to your house to teach the child. You understand? Not to take the child out. And then because when my own the time and the child is too small, like I'm seeing a little children that are taken to daily care.
They are too young.
Yes. Before
Okay.
you start school, you see this your hand, you will put it over your head. If you cross, you don't touch your ear. You are not going anywhere. You are at home. You understand? So, and that time you will be like age of 5 years before you start nursery school.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, it's a total bad idea, but not a waste of money. Money
No, you are sitting on the fence right now, Godwin. You say it's a a bad idea, waste of money. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
No, you have to be very firm. Is it a waste of money or a good learning foundation for kids? Yes or no?
I told you something. Money that I spend for my child, I will not call it a waste.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Godwin, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. The numbers to call are still 09087668888 or 09073530044. You can send us a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal on 09097054450. Is creche a waste of money or a good learning foundation for kids? Let's hear from you. As a parent, is it something that you'd actually want to encourage other people or even advise them to do or not? Did it work for you? Did you try it and it worked for you? You can just, call in to also help others unlearn certain things that, they may have heard, from people regarding, sending one's child to a daycare facility, and whether or not that would bring about a very good and solid learning foundation for the kids. Okay, let's hear from this person. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Hello?
Hello, Eunice. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm okay.
Yes. How are you doing today, Eunice?
I'm doing fine. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. So let's hear from you, mom, yet.
No.
Okay.
I am trying to be.
All right. So is this something you like to do, like maybe take your kids maybe as early as 4 months old, a year old, 2 years, or what have you? Let's hear from you.
Yes, I will train my children before I will take them to school. Because I stay with my auntie. She did it with her daughter and I know it. And now, the daughter, she's not giving her headache now.
Okay.
She train her very well. Whatever she's doing wrong, she will open eye for her, teach her, and before you know, she will learn.
So they cannot open eyes for the children at a daycare facility.
No, just the way you go open eye for them, they will know. You understand? Yes,
right.
I know what I'm saying.
Okay.
I know what I'm saying. And my parents, they do this to me, and I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
It's not that you will be open eye for them every day. Get the way you go talk. If they want to go to that place tomorrow, they will fear her. Mommy talked to me that place yesterday. No need for me to go back to that place.
Okay, so if you happen to be a busy mother, right? Maybe your work schedule, is from 9 to 5 p.m., 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., right? Well, how are you going to cope? How would you navigate?
I will make sure I'll create time for my children.
No one is disputing you creating time for your children, but in the meantime, as opposed to leaving them at home, maybe you don't even have a helping hand?
No.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. It happened and I see it. Anywhere the mother will go, she will make sure she go with her daughter. Because you don't know who is who. You will leave your children with.
But Eunice, in the process, you might be too busy and carried away, in a bid to make money. And there are basic things that you ought to teach your child, from, the scratch. At an early age, so that they can be very smart and intelligent. when they start nursery school. So if you are so busy and carried away, how are you going to?
I don't care about that one.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a teacher. I don't care about what others say. I'm a teacher and they train me to be a teacher.
Okay.
It's not that I will take my children. I know the way I will do it with my children and they will give me what they want.
Okay.
Do you know that our parents' character enough is enough for children? How are you behaving? How is your behavior? Your husband, you and your husband, how are you behave in their presence? It's what they did and the children go through it.
All right. Okay, so
I'm a teacher.
Right.
We need a lot of character. How they behave. So see the way their parents are doing, their junior ones and their senior ones are doing.
Okay, so
I'm a teacher.
So Eunice, in a nutshell, a daycare facility or creche is a waste of money, right?
Sorry, I'll call you back.
My voice is
Thank you very much. I hope you don't get queried, Eunice. I mean, I'm not even aware that you are at work at the moment, but please sort it out and do what to call back, to make your submission. The numbers to call are still 09087668888 or 09073530044. You can send us a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal on 0909705 4450. We are currently streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, so you might just want to hurry up to YouTube and Facebook, all right, to join the conversation, and you just might want to share your thoughts there as well. I'll be glad to acknowledge your comment. On YouTube and Facebook, it is at Eagles FM Abuja. Thank you. All right. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Hello?
Is this Mr. Obi?
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon to you. Hello, can you hear me? All right, please do want to call back. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, a miss right there. You all do well to call back, all right? Do well to call back. I think you should keep trying. I'm sure that you'll get across soon enough. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Kogo calling back.
All right, welcome back, Koko.
What I want to say, I think the main priority of creating this baby care establishment was not for learning. You understand? It was just to be as a helping hand to those parents who have helpmate. Before now, if a woman put to bed, maybe your mother, your grandmother will come and stay with you and nurture the child while you can go your daily business. And that time, like our time, we were eating all these, maybe they do plantain and other things, all those local things for us to eat, not all these clean food. Do you understand?
Right.
So the parents, mothers were able to still go their normal business while their grandmother taking care of the child.
Okay.
Then, but as the world changes and you don't know who you go and carry as a helpmate, you come and spoil your family maybe because of witchcraft power and the rest. So now the society now check and bring let me say educationists now see the necessity of creating this creche environment. Do you understand? So I want to believe it was not necessarily for learning, because you can't tell me a child of 4 months, as some people call now, a child of 4 months, he cannot even talk. So what will a child of 4 months do in school? But just for that child to be in a saver's hand while the mother is in a place of work with her mind rest. But saying it is not bad idea that you pay money, maybe some, like the school I was, they will collect you from 500 upward. Do you understand? But there are other schools too that you can go with 50,000, 30,000. But people want to go for, maybe because of the way the facility is, the way of environment, also the serene of the environment. But the thing is that it wasn't for learning at first, it was for the care of the child, so that the mother can have a time for where she's working to avoid distraction.
All right.
But
all right, people they teach them now, all right? That's what's
now
obtainable now.
People get teaching alongside.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Coco, for calling back. All right. Hello, good afternoon to you. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Benny, is that you?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling. So I'm okay. Right. Where are you calling us from today?
What do you say?
Where are you calling us from today? Your location?
Okay.
All right. So let's hear from you. Is creche a waste of money or a good learning foundation for kids?
It's not a waste of money.
Why is it not a waste of money?
Because they grow up to be very intelligent, for real though.
Okay.
They grow up to be very, very intelligent. And I've seen someone to enter it, and at the age of 5, this boy, you can't stay with you speak bad English, like he will correct you. He will tell you to spell a word. If he can't spell it correct, he's very, like, this guy is very intelligent, he's very bright, and there is not a waste of money, so I don't think.
All right. So is this something you'd like to do with your kids?
Okay.
So, at what age would you like to send them to a daycare facility or creche? I mean, we've heard parents who take their kids to these facilities as early as 4 months old, 6 months old, 9 months, and what have you.
I think a year is okay for me.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't mind the cost implication, Benny?
Like, like,
Are you there?
yeah, I feel like what?
Like, I'm asking the cost implication. I mean, how much it would actually cost you to take your child
No, not yet. No.
in this economy?
Anything. It deserves everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I like that. Thank you very much, Benny, for calling. All right. Hello. Good afternoon to you.
Okay, this is Godwin calling back.
All right. Welcome back, Godwin. Can you be more audible, please?
Okay, can you hear me?
You can do better.
Okay, so if you go in daily care where children are, you go there, what you will see with your eye, you not be convinced to take your child there.
Godwin, are you in your bedroom or are you lying down at the moment?
Yeah, I'm lying down.
Okay, could you please sit up? I think it's actually affecting your projection. I really can barely hear you, and I'm just wondering, how much of a hassle this would be for the listener out there to hear you.
No.
No. Hello? All right, Godwin, you might just want to call back if that's fine. Okay, please do want to call back, Godwin. Honestly, I'll be glad to, hear from you what your thoughts are really. 09087668888 or 09073530044. Don't forget that we have a WhatsApp portal where you can send a voice note or a message. That's 09097054450. A lady called in earlier. I think her name is Rose. Please do us a call back because you couldn't make your submission earlier because of the poor network reception. I'd really be glad if you call back. All right, let's hear from this person. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Hello, this is Regina calling back.
All right, welcome back, Regina.
I want to say something concerning the man that called saying she's 13-year-old.
Yes. Yes. Oh, Regina, can you hear me? Hello? Regina, I really can't hear you. All right, please do it to call back, okay? Do it to call back. Let's hear from you. I'm sure you want to react to Mr. Obi's, contribution where he said sending your child to a daycare facility is a total waste of money. Reasons being that they might not really, teach your child how to speak, the local language. But when you talk about local language, helping your child or teaching your child how to speak the local dialect, is it really the responsibility of, the teachers or the parents? After all, they say charity begins at home, but I know it shouldn't end there. But primarily, shouldn't it start at home? Because some parents are actually of the school of thought that you should start off with the local language or local dialect, and then when you send your kids to school they can carry on with the English thingy, but when they are home it is the local dialect. I mean, that's how it works for some people, but are your thoughts any different? But don't forget the big question we're asking, and that is whether or not sending your children or your kids to creche or daycare facility is a waste of money or a good learning foundation for the kids. All right, if it's a yes, I'd like to know why you're saying yes, and if it's a no, what are your reasons? Honestly, I really would be glad to hear from you this afternoon. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon. Am I audible now?
Yes,
Godwin.
yes. Welcome back, Godwin.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that you go to this daily care and see what is going on there. You will not be advised to take your child there.
Okay.
I'm not saying all of them, but at least most of them.
Okay.
When you are taking your child there, what the consequences? Number one, the population of children that is there. First of all, how many people, how many teachers are in the place that is taking care of them? You enter there, you see children children crying. Some of them will be having headache, overpopulation. Some of teachers are not even taking care of the children. You understand? Okay,
Yeah.
for you to take your children, then you feel like she will take care of your children. It's not only your child that is there. You still take care of the other child. So taking a child that is tender is that child that never know how to talk. You just speak to another person, say that the daily care, they should take care of your child. That's why I suggest instead of you to take it there, at least employ the person to be coming over to your house. Understand?
Okay.
The person will face your child, because once you take it there, it's not only your child there. Another person will tell you something. Put your child inside eye. Another problem. So because if you tell them they are not separating, all of them are together in a grant.
Okay. All right.
So that's the disadvantage.
Okay. Thank you very much, Godwin, for calling back. Hello. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Victoria. I'm calling from Libya.
All right. Welcome, Victoria. Let's hear from you in 1 minute if you can.
Okay. In my opinion, I don't think it's a waste of money, because I believe that anything that will increase the metabolism of my child is worth doing right.
All right.
So me, it's not a bad idea.
Okay. All right. Thank you
And
very much.
secondly,
All right.
I've been trying to call you to get you since.
Oh,
So-
I'm so sorry. It's the traffic. All right. It's not my making.
It's fine. It's okay.
All right.
You have a lovely day.
You too. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. All right. I'm afraid we just have to leave it here now. Well, again, do what works for you. But the truth is, looking at economic reality, a number of people would say that no, it's a no for them. They'll rather, nurture their child and instill, whatever, it is that, a teacher would ordinarily, inculcate into their children at home. Caller said, instead of you to take your child to a daycare facility, why not get someone come to the house, to come teach them if that's what you want. Maybe you are a busy, person. You can also get someone to help you look after the kids, as opposed to paying huge amounts of money just to send your kids, as young as 4 months old, 5 months old, 6, 7, 8, 9, to a creche or daily facility. But again, do what works for you. There are people who actually did this and it worked perfectly for them. All right. Thank you all so much for sharing your thoughts.